footy is back. Well, you know, it's at least done for round 6. G'day, I'm Living Walnut, Tony McGuinness. No, I'm not Tony McGuinness. I'm Jaymz Clements, and I'm the host here of AFL Today. And joining me for this, I can't believe over a quarter of the season is done. Local footy nuffs. Weirdos, apparently AFL experts. I know one of them went 1 for 8 on his tips. That's Alex Donnelly.
I had to look up who Tony McGuinness was. That's the first one I haven't got the whole season.
Yeah,
he played for Footscray in Adelaide. He was born in 1964.
There you go.
Yeah,
Good stuff, Tony.
Just a grab from the past. How was that one, Jim? Well, he hosted a footy clinic in Ballarat when I was 7.
There's always a connection to
It
Ballarat.
always comes wrong. Can't wait till he rolls out with Ty Connelly or something.
Yeah.
And they're agreeing, but also just angry at the world and wants to see everything burn. It's the stats board.
I've already seen everything burn, Jim. I saw it burn at Marvel Stadium. North didn't turn up. I'm not happy, and I can't believe we're doing a show right now.
So you might have picked up the fact that he's a North Melbourne fan.
Yes. I'm ready to just chuck this in.
Interesting gear, because we're going to talk about that game.
Of course we are.
I have a lot of gags prepared.
But of course, before we get into the round 6 wrap, we will just implore, please ask, go star this show, subscribe to it. However you listen to your podcast, whatever. Also, though, watch it on the old YouTube. Producer Gerald does a great job. He's
does.
just like back and forth. He does lots of stuff.
These ones.
He puts lots of time and effort into it. So go check it out on the old YouTubes. Anyway, footy's back. And so is Geelong. That's right. The quick look very quickly. There is one remaining undefeated team in the AFL this year. It is the Geelong Cats.
What price do you reckon that would have been at the start of the year?
Very high.
20s, at least
A
20s.
lot, yeah.
At least
Well,
20s.
They're back to their best. They were obviously horrible last year, and then they're
okay. Still good.
You don't think they're back to their best? Okay, that's okay.
I mean, I said they're flag contenders in the power rankings.
Exactly,
So,
they are at the moment.
Still, one unbeaten team, one team remaining without a win.
Don't have to talk about that at all. I don't even think we have to talk about the game that just happened. Was there a game? Was there a game, Alex?
We do.
It also came out just after this, well, as this game was actually finishing, that it was basically announced that draft compensation is going to be rolled back, and that there is no chance that the Roos will get any sort of draft help.
We already have.
For their third year run.
Yeah.
West Coast have
horrible.
timed their run to start winning perfectly.
Yeah, there you go. The other one is West Coast are now unbeatable.
They're gonna win the flag.
It was a crazy weekend of weird, wonky results, as evidenced by Alex's 1 of 8 tipping.
Oh,
So
not
this
much
is
better.
funny. In the other comp I'm in, I flipped them all except for the Swans and Fremantle, and I got 7.
Oh, well,
Nice.
you should have done it in our one.
I know, right? It's the one I don't care about. I'm like, I'll just do the opposite except for the Swans
And
and
you're probably
Fremantle
going good in
because
that
I
one.
think they're both unbeatable. And I'm on top of that now. I was leading our normal ones till this week.
Yeah, wow.
The other one is obviously like what? Collingwood get back in the winner's circle. Brisbane, though, are now 0-3 at the Gabba this year.
That is the biggest shock, I reckon, of the
It
season
is
so far.
remarkable. 0-3.
Unbelievable.
They had lost 3 games
I can tell you who they were too.
at the Gabba between 2020 and
Yeah.
2023. They
lost
were
it-
38-3.
Unbelievable.
They're now 0-3.
They lost
this
to
year.
Sydney, Geelong, and Melbourne. Those
Yep.
were the 3
And then
losses.
Geelong, beat them again.
Righto. It was awesome, though. What a chaos weekend. I think the
Evenness of the competition.
it's what it's all about. It's all about the creamy
It is
middle.
it is.
Love talking about the creamy middle. The creamy middle comes out, I think, in the old NBA Australia fairly often. But that's to do with like basically parody, right?
Yep.
And so we talk about NFL is like parody is king for the NFL. AFL over the last couple of years, there's been a couple of teams at the very, very pointy end and a couple of horrible teams like your beloved Roos, their stats guy.
Not wrong, yeah.
At the bottom.
Yes.
It feels like this year's creamy middle is bigger than ever. It's awesome.
The fact that West Coast have won 2 games, Hawks have been pretty competitive. You're going to get most games. Like as we
Who
talked
would
about
you
in the
back
tipping,
in a
it's so competitive.
head-to-head matchup now of the 3, 2, and 4 teams? Brisbane, St Kilda, or West Coast?
Go figure. It makes no
Kilda
sense.
or West Coast.
I'd back West Coast.
Out of all those 3, okay.
The last 2 weeks, they have clearly been the best.
But
Righto.
Freo are pretenders, but that's all right.
The big question, though, this week, after round 6 is, do North Melbourne win a game? Yeah, nah. Go, Alex.
If you don't think we're going to win a game, that is a joke. But anyway.
I think your team's a joke.
Yeah,
It
they
is a
are.
joke. My team is a joke, but
very
every
funny,
season, don't even
but-
get me started. Every season, the
think the
worst
entire
team in
point of
the
this
comp,
was to get you
the
started.
worst team in the comp always wins at least a couple of games. So we'll randomly win one. We'll fall over the line. Something will happen. I know
Who
for
against? Richmond?
Essendon.
Adelaide.
Yeah, Essendon.
Adelaide. We play Adelaide in Tassie next week.
Yeah, Jim and I were talking about this before you
We'll
got
still
in.
lose, but I reckon
I'm
it'll be close.
going to Galaxy Brain that. North
You're going to tip us, aren't you?
Oh, yes.
Don't do that,
I'm
Jim.
definitely
Don't do
gonna do
that.
that.
They'll win one or two. Like, there is no way in this day and age you can go undefeated. There'll be some week where there's like, if it's like the last round, Geelong have got the minor premiership locked up, it doesn't matter, and they just play their C squad. Like, something like that could happen.
Sure. I also just love the idea of like, you know, I've been on this from the very start.
Oh, no.
Clarko, any good? Nah. Just saying. Cooked, mate. Cooked.
I'm losing some faith. I'll tell you what.
He's gone full Dennis Pagan. You never go full Dennis Pagan.
The Swans getting an end of first round pick for Dylan Stevens. Mwah,
He's
mate.
been horrible. I thought it was going to be a good pick.
So did I.
That's a lot of complaining about North Melbourne.
Oh, we're doing
It's
more of
time
that later.
for Vs SESH. I don't want to keep banging on about this,
It's getting worse, Jim.
but can you just do your job?
Oh.
You're the umpires. Oh, I think that might have been touched. Do you? Do you think? Did you check?
We had 4
are we
score
doing?
reviews in a row for goals at the North game. They, as you guys have said,
No, it was that one umpire
Yeah.
who made the mistake last year, and now he's like,
he's so nervous.
I
Yeah.
can't do my job properly. You know what there should be? A performance review. Sorry, you're demoted.
No, like you guys said, if it comes back to the middle, they're reviewing it anyway. They were all pretty close. So that's why I'm like, I feel for him because he's like, crap, these are all close. I probably have to review them. That is fine, but they can do that in the middle. Don't have to take a long time. You get the
but he's
snickle up,
reviewing his
gone,
I
ball it
think
up.
it's hit the post. I think it's...
Anyway.
It is chaos.
It's
The
horrible.
other, like in terms of the umpires stuff, like I think the game that you were just at, there was like, and obviously I was at Carlton GWS with the Squid. The umpires, look, there's just these moments where I'm not entirely sure what constitutes dropping the ball anymore, let alone holding the ball.
Yeah.
And then dropping the ball.
Well, there's also a thing called a throw. I didn't know you could throw in AFL, Alex. I think that's happened in all of the games that we watched over the weekend where, all right, he might not have had any prior, but he somehow got it to his teammate that's a couple of meters away. How did he get it there with one arm? Like, he's just throwing it. Come on.
And of course, there was the Sam Draper schmozzle at the end of the Adelaide Essendon game.
So...
I think I've been angry since then. It's just gone away.
Can I
soon.
say what the umpires have come out and said?
I love a good last 2-minute report. This is an NBA classic. It's like, here's why we were right.
Yeah.
In the moment and at ground level, umpires believe that Draper dived on the ball and then the ball came out to Draper's left and then was knocked out under him by Walker.
No, it wasn't.
Shut up,
This is what
Statsco.
they're saying.
In review with
Sorry.
the assistance of the broadcast angle and the goals Hawkeye provision providing clear look, you can see the ball moves from under Draper's chest to his armpit shoulder, which means still is in his possession, hasn't been knocked clear. Therefore, it should technically have been a free kick. But on ground level, they were not certain of all these factors, so they didn't pay it, which is the correct approach at the time. So they're saying, you got it wrong, but you got it
No, but
right.
even if so, no one actually tapped it under him. But even if they did, and even if they do believe
Guy,
that,
the umpire's person said, you got it wrong, but you got it right.
they're
It
so
is-
annoying.
It's
I don't-
there's no words with like I don't want to yell about it because it seems so far gone, but it's like he got it wrong. Just come out and say he got it wrong.
No, but like the umpires in that thing have said someone dragged it under. If someone dragged it under, he still has to try and get it out. His arms were outstretched doing a snow angel. He's literally flat on the ground. His arms are nowhere near the ball. They sometimes do those fake little ones. I wouldn't have minded
But
that.
he
Just a
wasn't
fake
even
little-
trying to fake punch it. He was just spread eagled like
And
a drunk
the
dude at
The thing about
4:30.
it, Tex, one of the best kicks in the whole comp, would have had a shot right in front.
And I
he would have kicked that.
I would have got two and
And he would have got, yeah, exactly. I would have got another tip. Would have
you
been
what.
beautiful.
Pouring out for the Crows fans.
Oh, they've been
But
stitched up.
basically, just do your job.
there was
It's
4
not-
umpires, Jim.
It's not too much to ask, is it?
But it's
whether
the
it be a goal umpire, a field umpire, there's just so many. I feel like this week it was particularly egregious with a lot of the focus on Draper.
Yes.
But throughout the games, you just like, we've hit a very clear tipping point, I think, with goal reviews and stuff like that, as we've banged on about on this year's show.
The crypto thing, yeah.
And it's just,
I said that to Leo and he stole it off me.
Yeah,
I
he
love
did.
the crypto.
But
vibe.
also, the boundary umpires not doing their job properly. There was one today where a Gold Coast bloke got a kick. It went from me to you away, Jim. It was either out on the full or a throw-in.
Yes.
It was deemed a mark because the boundary umpire's like,
I don't know.
no. And then there was another one. The guy clearly juggled it over the line and the boundary umpire's like, no. It's like, hold on. It bounced off his chest over the line into his hands. That's a throw-in. Just do your job.
Yeah.
It's not. We're not asking much. Like, I mean, asking Alex to do his job is particularly tough sometimes. At the same time, just do it. Just do your job.
do your job.
You're being paid. Do your job.
I don't pay as much attention to the NBA and NFL as you, obviously, but do they do performance reviews on the referee, or do they come out and be like, hey, we really screwed the pooch here. We're reviewing our processes and things like that to make the game better?
I think they did last season, something like that.
NFL definitely does because they're much more cognizant of like obviously the broadcast and everything. And they sort of go through stages, right?
Yeah.
As they sort of fix stuff. NBA, they're trying their hardest.
Same with the EPL.
I come up with like basically NBA fixes all the time.
Yeah.
And this is the point where I should be the vice president of common effing sense.
Yes.
But that's how it rolls, right? So anyway, let's do some game wraps.
Yes.
Remember Thursday? No. Western Bulldogs smashed the old St Kilda. 124-64. It wasn't even that close.
The whole way, yeah.
It was.
I turned this off at halftime.
Well, not doing your job.
No, there we go. The Western Bulldogs were going to win.
This was, I think, the biggest loss of the St Kilda Ross Lyon era, 61.
Which doesn't.
And they kicked a point at the end of this to make it 60. And you're like, all right, this is horrible. But the Dogs absolutely smashed them from pillar to post to the point where Aaron Norton, as I said, he's the Gary Ablett Jr. of Stewie Lowe's.
Still don't understand that reference at all.
I get it.
Yeah, it's like he's Stewie Lowe, but Stewie Lowe was wildly inconsistent.
Okay.
He's the Gary
He can
Ablett
play
Jr.
at that level, as we say. Okay, I
and
got
that's the thing. It's like
6 goals straight.
I reckon I said during the week, I was like, Norton will pop up and kick 6, but then he's not going to get a kick for the rest of the year.
Well,
and then the Western Bulldogs have been going, oh, fans, didn't you want us to play him down back? It's like, you're attacking your fans. This is weird.
No, but I think it was not just their fans. There's lots of people from all over the shop saying
Everybody's saying, oh, maybe blame it up.
It's just an argument, Al. You said they've got too many people sleeping in the same spot.
What's the phrase?
Being simple.
Too many
dudes. Whereas you got Norton all by himself because Rory Lobb's not going to touch. He's actually by himself and kicked 6 goals.
Lobb was good.
Lobb played well, but he played further up the ground.
Yeah,
right?
he didn't have to get goals.
And there's like the next time he actually takes a mark will be the first time he's taken a mark. Like, I don't know how that dude managed to have like
so tall.
How he gets through life having concrete hands is actually pretty amazing.
I'm shocked he plays golf well.
Does he?
Maybe just uses
He's tall for golf.
Like 7.
Uses his concrete hands just like attached to the club, just to swing through it.
Can we just be honest?
It's got great hip movement.
This game is why we hate fans
both
of
teams.
Fans of either people who don't support St Kilda or the Western Bulldogs watch this game and go, this is exactly why we hate you. St Kilda, you showed us so much promise. Yes, stink. The Western Bulldogs get smashed by Essendon last week, then do this. And
they both have so much promise. These two teams could be top 6.
And I'm still going to talk down the Western Bulldogs. It's like, do it again.
Yeah.
Do it 2 weeks in a row.
That's all it is. It's inconsistency. You can't stand it. If you were like a fan of either of these teams, you'd just be like on tenterhooks every week going, I hate my team. I love my team. I hate my team. I love my team.
My dad comes home.
See, you're just naturally depressed. You know your team sucks.
I'm not naturally depressed. I'm naturally pessimistic.
Yeah.
There's a very clear and distinct
I'm
difference.
usually positive, but it's hard now.
Like, you're a positive dude, but you know your football team sucks.
Yes, I do. Can we continue talking about this game?
Anyway,
No.
Bulldogs, Norton was awesome, but obviously Jamari Ugle-Hagan was a laid out with personal reasons anyway, right? So
yes. Which was a big out, yeah.
Comes in. Waitman got them going early.
Yep.
And that basically just set the ball rolling. And St Kilda never looked like getting into this game.
Jack McRae was awesome. He obviously couldn't even get picked. He goes, Bevo, I'm still good. Bailey Dale, who was the sub last week, I reckon he was best on. I'm going to talk about him later as well. He was unbelievable.
2 first names, 2 last names.
Yeah. But he was good a couple of years ago. Then Bevo was putting him as a sub.
Jim's doing math
It's just
there.
Too many Baileys.
Too many Baileys, yeah.
It's like,
is that why Bailey Smith stopped
playing? It's like me when I was 17. Too much Baileys. Oh boy. Anyway, good job by the Dogs.
Amazing win, yeah.
Like it was all like
But
the way
Alex
that
is
they curb stomped them. But come
I
on,
hate both of them so much. But honestly,
just win a couple in a row. That's all we
If the
ask.
Dogs go well, who do they play next week?
Freo next week in Perth.
If they can win that, then we're like, all right,
I
back on track.
think I'm going to tip them, which I hate.
Yeah, same.
They're 3-3, and that is the most Bulldogs record you could possibly imagine after these 6 rounds. The Saints are in danger of being the most disappointing team so far this season.
They made the finals last year.
It's like Richmond.
They smoked Collingwood.
We knew that Richmond were going to be probably not great.
Yeah.
And they have not been.
We won't be shocked if Melbourne fall off the face of the earth.
Adelaide have just like had 2 weird, horrible, like
He thought they were going to be
losses.
top 4. We weren't sold.
No.
It's the umpire's fault.
But St Kilda 2-4 after being very good at times.
Because we just said they're going to win 13 games. And you'd be like, yeah, that's right.
I don't know.
But they'll end up winning like 11, 12 games. Like, yeah,
About right.
sure.
Got to learn Ross Lyon's game plan, you see. Friday, we had Adelaide come up short, as mentioned, against Essendon. 78-75, a weird game. Just it was.
Adelaide should have won.
They should have, and I don't know how they didn't. Like
they should have won from the free kick, but Bombers should have kicked it way early. They kicked so many behinds.
Again, like we said about Adelaide from gather round, going into the forward line, choose a better option.
I know.
Josh Rochelle.
Yeah, I'm going to talk about him later.
All your flash and brilliance.
He's nervous to go towards the ball.
Do the basics right.
I know.
Like,
pretty simple.
Make a mark.
Stringer and Langford were up and about and everywhere for the Bombers, and it never felt like
was really good.
Either of them though got just desserts, especially on the in terms of goal king. I think Langford finished with 2, Stringer only the 1, but they sort of spread out everything very nicely, and it was like
and
from
Zach
the get-go.
Merritt played forward. Like
Zerrett was incredible. Like he had 400 million touches.
Martin was really good. Yeah.
So in terms of everything, you're just like, how did this sort of unfold? You're like, well, Essendon played like the idealized version of Essendon, which was fast, good, attacking, and weren't getting killed defensively. And Adelaide were like, oh, remember how good we were last week? And then just did not do that.
They did it for flashes. Jordan Dawson was great.
Yeah, Jordan Dawson bounced back, finally.
Saligo had 30, and it's just like... Yeah,
finally, just keep him in the midfield.
He's great,
keep him in the midfield.
They've got enough good players, it's just, I don't know. They just go missing for 10 minutes and the other team scores a couple of goals and then they're out of it. Yeah, it's not good.
Yep. They're mid.
Rochelle is still hilarious. Just everything about him is just the best part of watching Adelaide games.
Yeah.
Anyway, it was a weird game. Anything else you want to add to this one apart from Draper laying on the pill at the end?
Adelaide season's officially over. They're 1-5. They're not going to make finals this year. Essendon getting to 4-2. Their season is set up really nicely with their draw. In typical Essendon fashion, they may find a way to miss the finals completely again. But if they can beat Collingwood next week, they're 5-2, and then I think they've got West Coast after it.
I still think they got no chance winning on Anzac Day. But Anzac Day is always
They could be 6-2, and we're just like, how? But
interesting.
Just got to win the games.
Yeah.
There you go. Good win for Essendon.
Great win, in the end, but they didn't deserve it in the end.
Chaos.
It doesn't matter.
That's twice they've done it.
I know.
Saturday, Collingwood absolutely smashed Port Adelaide after...
Sort of,
What was it, a 76-point turnaround or something?
So they were up by 31, Port Adelaide.
I was up and about.
I said it was a 73-point turnaround.
Yeah.
Yes.
31 points and then winning by,
42. 123-81.
Crazy turnaround.
Port was smashing it. They looked
They
unstoppable.
kicked 5 goals after quarter time or something.
And then it all fell apart.
Collingwood had 12 of the next 13. After that, they were up by 31 Port. 12 of the next 13. Bobby Hill was everywhere. You got McCreary's pressure. Everything was back to prime Collingwood for those 2 quarters. They were amazing.
You're missing the most important
Nick Dacos was good.
aspect. Will Hoskin-Elliott.
He was good. Yeah.
He wasn't good. He was great.
Yeah.
He got them going.
Did a bit of everything, didn't he? Yeah.
There was a goal that I think he kicked from outside the 50 where you're like, was that a snap around his body that just went 52 metres? Like,
I still never forgive him for not kicking a goal in that final in 2022. Honestly, I just needed one, Will.
But obviously, this is just the simple idea of all right, so Collingwood are back.
Port Adelaide?
I guess you could say they're back.
But what do you say about Port Adelaide, Jim?
Port Adelaide are frauds.
They are.
I keep telling you.
I wasn't sure if I was on that.
Haven't beaten a top 8 team. I know Collingwood aren't in the top 8, but they haven't beaten a top 8 team since they randomly beat the Giants in the back end of last year.
I'm telling you. Frauds. Absolute frauds. I love me some C. Rosé, but he was
horrible.
He was good early, but then it was just nothing.
Well, Butters had 15 and a goal in the first as well. I think he had 6 touches combined in the second and third quarters.
Brutal.
He couldn't get anywhere near it. So there was all the commentators was good discussion point of without Connor Rosé and Butters firing, what else is there for Port? You got Jason Horne-Francis was okay.
He also left late with an
Copper not.
Yeah, but he's fine.
It was funny because they said he was cramping and he probably needs a few more ice baths. Yeah.
I don't get it. That's good. It's good chat, that one.
But
the Pies, look, I think this is, again, we talk about idealized versions of teams. This is it, right? They just had all those sort of random guys just go bang, like a Will Hoskin-Elliott.
Yes.
McCreary, as you said, was unreal.
Like last year, they just got all their depth. You're like, I don't see any bad player in this team when they're firing. Yeah.
Yep.
Even Mason Cox, when they're firing, he looks good. He kicked a couple of goals as well. So
good job.
Hard to beat.
Nice one, Collingwood. They are now just hanging out 3-3. Not bad. Port slipped to 4-2 after that.
Still started well, but that was horrible.
Feels about right. Carlton, 117-98 over the GWS Giants. This was a very weird game.
Fun game.
It was the best game of the year.
For a neutral, it was great to watch.
It was
not as good as the Port.
If we had the heart monitor on me, it would have sucked because that
I'm going to
Like,
check what
Carlton-
mine was in the Swans game today.
Carlton simply just can't win anything easily, right? And so it took the premiership third quarter, thanks to my beloved 1995 Carlton Blues, the 8 goals straight to go from 20 points down basically to up, and you're like, I don't know what just happened. The squid next to me, he's like, why is everybody keeping on cheering? So because we keep kicking.
Well, it was
goals.
weird because GWS got on top at one point. And you're like, oh crap,
I
the
thought they
game's
were gonna
gone.
kick away.
I thought they were going to kick away.
The orange tsunami was up and about.
It was great.
You
yeah.
were flat.
Yeah.
They looked horrible.
But
Like
Blues
Carlton-
do have that where they have a 5 or 10 minute period and then they're like, all right, we'll get back into you.
I think the worst part is like Carlton, look, this is the thing that I keep banging on about, and any Carlton fan who's watching these games is 100% on board. Their like lack of defensive accountability from the midfield is brutal at times.
Yeah.
And so like on the rebound, Carlton get punished probably worse than any team that I watch. Like so quickly and so
North
easily.
Melbourne.
But then every time this happens, like the second half, there's like adjustments that they make and it just worked.
Yep.
So the forward line finally fired up. Tom DeConing was absolutely unreal. Like I don't know how much shine this will get, but
He was
they played Pito and TDK.
It worked.
And it worked.
Yeah, yeah.
Because they sort of could rotate Pito enough. And Harry and Charlie could sort of just fill in the gaps at the front. But TDK, whenever he slung forward, it was awesome.
was
'cause
great,
He can
yeah.
take a clunk like anybody. It's awesome. So Matty Kennedy, his 100th game, kicked an awesome goal late to seal it all, basically.
Doing his best Bukayo Saka.
But the problem is, like, Carlton now have like 11 of their best 22 probably injured.
Yeah.
So it's
But you're
11,
still
it's
winning.
11?
Yeah.
It's right.
yeah.
Well, I think it's like
I haven't thought about it
It's
as
about
much.
7.
Yeah.
And then
you
you've
got a
probably
couple of
got
guys
other ones who are like
50-50,
in or out,
yeah.
but who might also be in and out of the best
Fair.
22.
But
So
the fact that you beat GWS without that, that's great.
to be honest, it's like bank 5 wins, happy days in the first 6
Exactly, yeah.
Whatever.
Opposite to last year where you start
Feels.
slow.
Feels.
Yeah, it is pretty good.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, same.
But
Yeah.
that third quarter ruled. The 8 goals straight was unreal. And I think you can sort of like Sam Walsh and Cripps had like basically about 1 million touches between them.
Yeah.
And that actually made a big difference.
And
74 for
What
to be
did I
precise,
say,
yeah.
Jim? Yeah, Sam Walsh is back. Clearances are back.
74 touches and 19 clearances between Cripps and
That
Walsh.
seems like a lot.
That is so many.
Well, as soon as they started getting those centre
North
clearances,
Melbourne didn't get that many.
I don't even think we had that many disposals as a team. Yeah.
Yeah, those centre clearances, like it literally became like found gold. And
Yeah.
like as soon as they had first hand on the footy, like it turned the game around.
Yep.
And it was Cripps, it was Walsh. Blewett was pretty good as well, George Hewitt.
Yep.
And I don't know, the way that Carlton sort of won that game, turning around a lot of offensive footy, but it was still absolute tenterhooks down
old
the
rule.
stretch as they tried their hardest
Get
to
to
lose.
100, you'll win the game.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nice
Good.
one.
Toby Green suspended, as is Jesse Hogan. Both got a week.
Ooh.
Did he get a week,
Yeah.
Toby? Oh, I don't know about. I think he was
He
going for a
jumped
mark.
into his face.
He was going
for a
Stats
mark,
guy.
though.
He jumped into
His
his face.
stats guy, he turned his body and shouldered him in the face.
I don't have to agree with
We
that
had
thing,
this
yeah.
argument with Peter Wright. He shouldered him in the face.
Don't do it. Just don't shoulder people in the head.
Wasn't
Brisbane, 37.
This game ruled.
Geelong,
I
63.
like this game. Yeah, same. Yeah.
Torrential downpour.
That's
why
old
I
school. That's why I
loved
wrote old school. It just felt like we needed more mud, dude. It
So,
just needed to be more muddy. And it
For
was great.
anyone who's listening to this that understands horse racing, the Gabba was in worse nick than Royal Randwick yesterday.
Oh, yeah, because it was bucketing down, wasn't it?
Because
Yeah.
it was
No. Go on. Your more generic happy one is the ground was in worse nick than the Dubai airport.
Yeah,
There we go.
yeah, that's.
Is that bad? I don't even know.
It was like
There's been a
underwater, they
monsoon
said.
in Dubai.
Oh, sorry.
It never rains in Dubai,
Yes,
and they're
and
not
and
built
they're
for
used to
rain,
it. Yes.
and it's flooded.
Sorry, that went over my head. Yes.
Yeah, it was
Crazy.
literally, it looked like a sea.
Yeah.
It was chaos. So that's what I'm
But
talking
it was
about.
great for a footy game. I love watching that.
Except for Tom Hawkins. He should have seen that weather thing and just gone, "Oh, Scotty,
I gotta
I've got some hamstring awareness here." Like, what do you mean? It's like, I'm aware of my hamstring.
The weather, it looks like hamstring awareness is coming
I'm
through.
aware of how old I am and how bad I don't want to play this
honestly,
game.
I saw it at radio. Like, this is not a night for Tom Hawkins.
Yeah, he ended the game okay, but the first
Yeah.
half was horrible, wasn't
He
it?
would have had like 6 touches.
But it was amazing to see the goal kickers for Geelong in this one. It's like literally Ollie Henry had two, but everything else was like Stengel 2.
Stengel was great.
Parfitt,
Yeah.
Myers, Close. Was it Bows? Bowies?
Bows.
Bows.
Oh, Bose, sorry.
Bose.
Bose.
And you're like, yeah, that checks out. Whereas like for the Lions,
Tom
like,
Hawkins 8 disposals.
None of the
Nobody
bigs,
got
yeah.
around it.
Well,
None of the big dudes
When
got
they
around
have
it.
so many big guys, including their rucks, including like all their forward lines, so
Oscar's
big.
face got caved in
Yeah,
before
Oscar-
half
That was
time.
the turning point of the game as well. Conway, he was absolutely destroying Conway only in his third game or so, Conway.
Yeah.
And then as soon as he went off, Conway sort of
Because
lifted.
Joey had to go into the ruck.
Joey had to go on
The
the
big
ruck.
O
yeah.
just goes bang and just that's
yeah. His face was
We also had
massive.
Lockie Neal and Danger getting into like a bit of a brouhaha
Yeah.
at one point, which was sick. You're like, just Are you guys just arguing about who's the better player? Yeah. I'm better than you. Go on, win 2.
Lockie Neal's like, I got 2 Brownlows.
Yeah, but then Danger's like, see this premiership medal?
Yeah.
Suck it.
But this was really close. And then, because it was like obviously super tight throughout the first half. And then Geelong just sort of pulled away. And
Brisbane kept trying to play dry weather footy in the wet weather. Like all this handball, it's like, guys, just kick it.
Yeah. Well, even Tomahawk, did you see Tomahawk's torp? He torped about 60 metres, whereas Brisbane were trying to hit the perfect pass and it didn't
just
work.
Get it long.
Just get along, boys. It's pouring.
Good job, Geelong. Unbeaten.
Brisbane,
unbelievable.
Gone.
Cooked for the season?
Cooked for the season.
Well, fine. They're going to make finals.
2-4.
They're 2-4.
They're going to make finals.
Win everything else at home.
Yeah, but if they keep losing at home.
I can't believe they've lost 3.
They could also rip off 8 straight at home.
Surely
They only have what?
They haven't
7
had
games at home left for the season.
They haven't had an easy record to start. Surely their next 4 weeks are pretty easy. I'm going to have a look at that later.
All right.
Do
Good
it
job.
now.
Derby. West Coast. 105. Freo.
The Derby,
60.
they say over there, apparently.
105. Freo. Thanks for stepping on the joke there, Stats.
Sorry, I didn't know what you were doing.
105. Fremantle 68? Question mark.
What the hell?
This game was absolutely sick.
This game was over at quarter time.
I was watching the end of it going, what is happening? Like, this is absolutely chaos. And what happened? Harley Reid. North Melbourne legend, Harley Reid. The hanger that he took in the goal square, in the first 5 minutes was absolutely sweet.
Then he got another one.
And he just kept doing it.
Yeah.
And then he sat Fife on his ass.
Yeah, that was awesome. And Fife's like trying to get into him and he just goes, wham.
Because during the week, Harley Reid threw the gauntlet down. They were talking about these numbers or something. Harley Reid's like, guess that's what happens when Freo aren't a contested ball team like us. It's like,
yes! I love that. And then he brought the play. He didn't play bad. So.
But this, we laughed at West Coast for so long. It's like, they're actually fit.
Yep.
All their dudes are on the park, except for Oscar Allen.
Yeah.
Imagine
and Elliot Yo, he's actually having a consistency because he's fit. Yeah, and he's still a star.
McGovern, Barras.
Yeah.
The
Water boy is killing it.
Fraser Garrick, thank you.
Fraser Garrick.
Waterman. Jaymz goes out early as well, right?
Yeah, knocked out.
That did help.
It was in the marking contest.
But McGovern would have given him a bath anyway before he's in.
It was all just a weird one. Like, Freo, what do you now make of Fremantle? That's the question.
I said the other week that
they're 3-3, and you're like, I don't know what to make of this team.
They're not going to make finals, no way.
I want to see how they go against the Dogs next week, and then I'll be able to make a call.
All right.
They don't have enough firepower to kick.
Because they host the Dogs next week, right?
They host the Dogs,
if the Dogs roll up and pump them, I'm like, all right, I'm done with Freo for the year.
It is the most classic thing of the Dogs, though, to roll in there and get smashed.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Well, I'm not going to say this.
The Dogs went there.
They're pretty good at in the West.
The Dogs won there last year, I think.
They're a good team at Optus Stadium.
In fact, we can check that.
Yeah.
102.73. That might have been over here, though. Let's find out.
If it was early last year, it was over there.
Yes, that's here.
Yeah.
Anyway.
That's all right.
Good stuff.
So for the first time in 6 years that West Coast has kicked 100+ points in consecutive weeks.
6 years?
That's their flag year.
Jeez.
2018.
So they're going to win the flag is what you're telling us, Alex.
Harley Reid is going to take them to the promised land.
Oh, that's awesome.
Anyway, there you go.
They're going to name the Derby.
They did win over there last year, the Dogs. So.
Yeah.
Anyway, Freo stink. Good job, West Coast.
Massive
Sunday,
Derby.
Sydney beat Gold Coast, 110-57. This was a weird one, Alex.
Yeah, at quarter time, I'm like, sweet, Swans are going to win this by 70 points. This is awesome. Yeah. And then the Swans in the second quarter, like, we're going to let Gold Coast play. And it wasn't fun. They kicked 1 point, but you take out that.
It was very sporting of them to go, we'll let you catch up. We'll let you kick a point. You guys get into form. We're good.
Then we'll smash it after
that. So apart from that 20 minutes of that quarter, the Swans kicked 17 goals to, I think it was 5. So I was just like,
really?
Yeah, it was just, it was a belting. The first half was gross, but in the second half, the Swans just went, all right, foot down. We are way better than you. Brody Grundy absolutely destroyed Witsy all day.
He did.
Game 200.
He was best on.
He was in a Marty party.
Yeah, there was a Marty party up front with 4. Errol was quiet, yet he had 30.
What?
He
Yeah,
just got a great haircut.
But he didn't do much, and he's had 30. The Swans have now kicked 100+ in 4 of their 5 wins.
Wow.
So that was great. Stupid Sexy Flanders had 30. He was great.
He was great, yeah.
But it was like Noah Anderson took Miller. They weren't that great.
Sore.
Like,
Noah couldn't get near the ball as well.
But Took literally sort of stayed in the centre square all day. It was weird. Like he was sort of carrying something. He did have Rowbottom sort of going at him a little bit.
Maybe he was a bit injured, I don't know.
But Jed Walter and Ethan Reid, like you can see what the future is.
I love Jed Walter. He's unreal. That dude rules.
He looks like he's out of 1970.
I feel like Jed Walter,
His name's Jed as well.
Outside of like every Carlton player, Jed Welton might be my favourite footballer.
I reckon you're the first person, not even a Suns fan, would have said
He
that.
is so cool.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I'm on the Jed Welter train.
Yeah.
That is so
Anybody
random.
else who wants to jump on board, there's plenty of room.
There is. You're the only
I will
one.
be your conductor. I'll wear a stupid hat. It'll be a Jed Welter conductor hat.
Yeah.
I'm driving the Jed Welter as a gun train. This is awesome.
That's fair. And he does look at like he only had 6 or 7 touches.
I was going to
but
say, he's not a gun
couple of
yet.
clunks, couple of tackles. He got punched in the
It's the
face
vibe
at
of
one
the
point.
thing, Stats Boy. It's
true.
the vibe
Like
of the
Ruben,
Yeah, I get
Ruben
it, I get
Jimdy's
it.
got the same haircut and he's jacked.
Yeah,
It's
that-
awesome.
yeah, true.
But yeah, anyway, the Swans have 100 plus in 4 of their 5 wins. They're looking good. It just showed that West Coast win wasn't as bad as we all thought it was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Beating him by 6 goals now looks kind of good.
Yep.
And the problem for Gold Coast is, once again, they've been flogged away from home. They haven't won away from home since the 12th of May last year, where they beat West Coast by 70 points.
Yep.
It's horrible. I think they get
just
to play a
can't-
few
you
games
can
in
never
Darwin
back 'em,
soon,
right?
so
So-
they'll be right up there. And they'll be right at Heritage.
Heritage.
No, what is it? People's First. We always forget the People's First, whatever that place is called. They'll be right there. And
Yeah.
away, you cannot back them. You can't.
So yeah, the Swans are really setting themselves up. They're 5-1. Hawthorn next week here. They win that. They're 6-1 going into a battle of the bridge.
Ooh,
Interesting.
that'd be a good game.
Yeah.
Speaking of Hawthorn, they smashed North Melbourne 113-68. Stats Boy, take us through it.
I'm just going to chuck this over there. Bloody hell. The North
Joy-
scarf is out. I'm just throwing the toes out of the cot.
Fake fan.
I stayed till the end. I will go every week.
That's
I'm-
annoying because we wanted to do this show early.
We could have taped this
That's
by
true.
after the first quarter.
Come on, it was about 5
We
minutes later.
could
than I
have
said,
started
anyway.
this at 3/4 time.
Yeah, we probably could have. Yeah, no good. Obviously, North have absolutely no defense. I know you talked about Clarko being a bit shambles as a coach. It's coming out in the play. I think.
What happened to Clarko Ball?
I don't know.
I thought we were playing Clarko
Well, we are.
Ball.
It's not working.
Clarko Ball.
It's not working, Jim.
Sorry, Gerald.
It's not working at all. We've got so many defenders pushing up into the front half, and then we don't have any quick guys to run back and keep up with them. Biggie was just jogging. Aiden Core is not up to AFL, VFL, local footy standard.
Oof.
He is horrible, but we don't have any big guys to replace
My
him.
message to Stats Guy. Hold on,
Something
where is it?
about Aiden Core.
Yeah, I was
It's
like,
just horrible.
do you guys have defenders? And Stats Guys, no. I'm like, why do they keep having 3 loose in the forward 50
I know.
at all times?
Oh, it's happened last year. I thought that would, we'd change it up and actually defend first. I think that's what we need to go back to, defend first, because that Clarko ball or whatever you want to call it is very attack oriented.
That was Clarko's first thing when
We
he
need to
started at
defend.
Hawthorn. It was defend first.
Hawthorn. I said this in our video if you want to check it out on Instagram.
Clarko doesn't care. He's making his money. He's just like, I'm
Yeah.
half invested. Do you remember that holiday I took last year?
Exactly. He might
I
got
was
another one.
sick. He's like,
Honestly-
actually, what are we now? Like 0-6? Mate,
Hey, we won our first 2 games, but this year,
this year,
I thought you were
he's
saying
going
last
to
year.
like just go, oh, geez.
So,
oh,
you know what the problem is?
Barley sounds pretty good about that.
North won those 2 games last year. Since then, they've been 1-27. You know what that win cost them?
Harley Reid.
Harley Reid.
yeah.
Hate to say
You are that has aged so
It
wonderfully
was
for
just
you
about,
in
oh, well.
5 days.
But even if he played, we still would have got smashed. Today.
But you would have had Harley Reid.
That's true. That's true.
LDU, Sheasel, Suva.
LDU wasn't great.
LDU wasn't like
Suva
very
wasn't great.
efficient, it felt like.
LDU
It's like
was
every
good the
time he was
first
there.
5
Sheasel was
minutes.
really good. I'm almost starting to. I've never agreed with Kane Collins in my life until this moment about him talking about Sheasel being wasted at half back. We've got LDU out of form. Simpkin really out of form.
Well,
He's
they
playing
sent Sheasel into the middle
a little bit
in the first half.
Yeah,
right?
but I
And
think
they
he
sent
probably
him back
could
because he
be.
got washed. So.
Yeah, and he's not going to be in the back line to defend. He could be in the middle just to get some clearances. Connor Nash was really good for the Hawks. Simpkin being horrible, which he's supposed to be like a skipper and trying to lead the team and things like that. Yeah, not good being a North fan. Hawks looked really good on the counter attack, and I don't know if this was Hawks being good. It was more North being bad.
So
I
Moore
think,
and Lewis and
Moore was great,
Newcomb
4
were all
goals.
fantastic.
Yep.
So yeah,
and
look,
Connor Nash. Connor Nash was literally he was getting a mark in defense, and then he was getting an assist in the forward half. So he was great.
like this is like the sort of game that you want to see if you're a Hawks fan. Obviously, you're just like, yeah, there's like a spark there. The talent is there. We've got something. North. This has been my biggest problem with your team all year, Stats Boys, like a fighting loss. We haven't seen it yet.
Well,
Really?
we
So
shouldn't even have a fighting loss against
So
the Hawks. Yeah.
if just for example, Hawthorn lose by the Swans to 4 goals next week, you're okay with that?
100, yeah.
Basically, they're
100%,
fighting, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Well, they have
They
been
pushed
most
them, like,
weeks. Yeah.
yeah.
That's why North, not at all.
Hawks have had some absolute stinker lay down, like that
Yeah.
smashing in the hands of like Melbourne.
Yeah.
Like, but North have
They
just
fought
been
against
whipped.
Geelong despite what the scoreline said. Like they were really good against them in like the second and third quarter.
Yeah, Hawks have only averaged 63 a game and they got 72.
How
in
are
the
we
first
still
half.
talking about this
I
game?
don't know. I'm just sick of it.
Tipping results, I think 3, me, Stats Boy 2, Alex. Unos.
How is that possible?
That is.
A galaxy brained a couple
We
of
got,
games.
what do we get?
I
Between
still
us,
can't
6
believe I
between
didn't
us.
galaxy brain myself into West Coast either, though, so not bad. All right, full credit to the boys. Best team of the round. Carlton. Hashtag
You're both going Carlton.
flaggers.
Fair
Lid's
enough.
off! Lid is off! I'm loving it!
They beat GWS.
Yeah.
So
The lid was not off at halftime, though.
They didn't have Sam Taylor. That's the only thing.
They didn't have Sam Taylor. They didn't have
Cornelia.
Cornelia.
yeah, but we could run through the injury list of Carlton as well.
I know. It'll just be interesting when they play again.
But look,
And
I think,
in a weekend when not a lot happened, I'm going Carlton.
Fair enough.
so the point being, best team of the round. There is, when that actually happens, to be honest, like when GWS actually went ahead, they, like the inexorableness of the tsunami, the orange tsunami, the blue train, there we go, we'll go with the blue train. The way that hit, but like to see your team have like that exhilarating of a run is
great.
absolutely sick. Even Cripps, I think, was on radio today going, yeah, that ruled.
We felt good.
No, seriously, it was wicked. It's like, yeah, it was really good up in the stands as well. Everybody was losing their mind. My 5-year-old son was going, what's happening?
Everyone's
Dad, can I
cheering
keep colouring
again.
on your phone? I'm like, yeah, buddy, go nuts.
So the same thing happened when Tom Papley took a mad slips catch today. It was like that's when the Swans run got going. The
crowd was up and about.
Well, he took a mad slips catch on the boundary and he snapped around the corner to kick a goal. Through the TV, I have not heard the SCG that loud in a long time.
Awesome.
And then the Swan just went bang, bang, bang. It was just like game over.
Game over.
It was sick.
But like the cool thing I think for
Vibes.
that is just like literally in the back of your head, you'll have that as well. Like no matter where you're getting beaten, you'll be like,
We can get on a run.
but we can actually turn this
I
around.
like that, Jim.
That's
yeah.
the Collingwood.
You know what
Yeah.
it is? It's the hope. It's the hope that kills you, but also is pretty good. I like it. Stats Boy, best team of the round.
Yeah, I can't argue with Carlton. They were right up there, obviously. I'm going West Coast. No one thought they were going to win the Derby. I don't think hardly anyone would have tipped them. Harley Reid stepped up. 8%. There you go. That's a good little stat there. They were awesome. Just a lot of the older guys are back. They're fit. McGovern's fit. Yo's fit. They're actually an exciting team to watch. A few of the guys that won them a flag are just getting a lot of the ball. And then you got
Barras
Harley
got
Reid was
suspended,
so
though.
exciting. They were the most exciting team to watch on the weekend, I think.
Yeah, Barras got suspended for his hit tackle.
Yeah, so they play Gold Coast up there.
And then they also turn up every
gets
week, West Coast fans as well. They still have a big crowd, and that's awesome.
Nice. All right, best player on the ground of the week. Mine's Patrick Cripps, 39 touches, new kid. He's got that new dad strength. And also Patrick Cripps 2.0, a.k.a. North Melbourne's finest, Harley Reid.
Boo.
God, he was good. I tell you what, Stats Boy, you'd hate to have not drafted him because you didn't. Oh, you don't need him though. That's all right.
I don't run North Melbourne, lads.
Sorry, I forgot that you didn't need him. That's fine. It's
Don't
all
need
right.
him.
Yeah.
But Cripps is like incredible. There's two big moments during that game where he took a massive mark.
Yeah.
In the forward 50 and then sort of cut it across and it's like turned into a goal. Massive moment. And then just literally every time that he was like, oh, guess what, boys, I'll get us the ball. It was incredible. It was awesome. What a game. Love that. Stats Boy.
Bailey Dale. A lot of people don't talk about him. 39 disposals,
A lot
92.
of people don't talk about him.
Don't talk about him enough. I think last year he was great. The year before that he was great. He's sort of underrated player of the Dogs. Then Bevo goes, nah, you're going to be dropped or you're going to be sub. 39 disposals, 92% efficiency, 1 goal, 9 score
Gotta
involvements.
give the dog some insulin.
Yeah, as Jim gets a little reminder on his phone there. Thought he was amazing, and he said, stuff you, Bevo, I'm playing at least for the rest
I'm
of the
never
season.
going to talk about Bailey Dale.
He was amazing. He didn't miss a target at all. There was one that he missed his target was because...
You said he went at 92%. That
because
means
his
he
teammates
missed at
dropped
least
an
one.
easy mark. That was legit. A 2 that cost him that 100%. He was amazing. Got a goal from halfback. Love watching him.
It was fun. When the Dogs play well,
Yeah.
like I think
They're fun to watch.
they are fun, but the problem is I hate it because you can't trust it. You're
No.
like, do this again.
It's a bit of self-loathing for me watching them. So I was going to make a gag about it, but North Melbourne's best draftee, but Jim stole my thunder, but Harley Reid was great. But in all seriousness, Brodie Grundy
He was awesome.
was absolutely awesome today for the Swans. Absolute 3 votes. Got about 160 SuperCoach points as well for those that kept the faith.
That was great,
And
yeah.
kicked a goal. Did not know what he was doing when he took off on the run to run around Witsy.
That was a good mark, yeah.
Yeah, but he's run around on the angle and he's slaughtered it, and the crowd went bananas. But everyone was just like, "How did he do that?"
He doesn't usually do that. Yeah. He was awesome.
bad.
The unicorn.
Yeah,
He also looks so wonky in the Swans colours.
yeah.
Like,
You think? Oh, I don't mind
I
it.
think it's just weird because you're just used to
Used to him
like
Collingwood,
not
yeah.
those colours.
In dark colours.
That's true.
Because like even the Melbourne colours, it sort of suits his visage, but the red and white, it's very bright. It's very up and about. You're like,
He's a
Did
very
you
bright,
see the
man.
thing he put out on social media for his 200th game on the Swans? Go check it out. It's pretty funny.
Okay.
He's a weird dude.
He's a weird dude. He comments a unicorn on every post.
Yes,
He's a strange man.
Yeah,
I love it.
everyone at the Swans is like, we love him, but he's weird.
Because he's a rare unit. That's why
weird
he's
cat.
a unicorn. Yeah.
The Cripps 2.0 thing. So Harley Reid, not
I'm
to
calling
bang on
him
about
Chris
it.
Judd.
But that's my point. I
not
feel
Chris-
like the Chris Judd thing.
He's bigger. He's bigger than Chris
bigger
Judd.
than Chris Judd.
Yeah, but he's
Chris Judd was like this typical, like, I'm in and out, just like under.
He is playing for
Cripps
West
has-
Coast.
But the thing was,
Cripps, you could do everything.
But the thing was, Judd was getting it out of packs and just sprinting off and kicking goals, and that's what he's doing already. Judd wasn't taking the hangers, but it's that clearance, strength, and speed that's what everyone's like, that's Chris Judd.
I'd say Danger or Cripps. I'd go. Danger is
say
very
Cripps.
similar. As well, yeah.
Because he's got the size, right?
Yeah.
You can send Cripps forward.
Were you in
and, like,
America
kick
for
off.
Chris Judd?
No, I was over here.
Okay.
I love Chris Judd.
Yeah.
He's
He's a
playing for the
legend.
Blues.
He's playing
Yeah,
for
that's what I mean.
Brown though. Yeah.
West Coast as well.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Those grand finals.
Old mate, no mates. Who's got no mates this week? Toby Green. That was a dog act.
Oh,
Just
I
another
don't
classic
know
Toby
about that.
Green dog act.
He hasn't been suspended for 3 years.
He's had a good run.
Every dog can change their spots if they're a
He's back.
Dalmatian.
He's back.
Nah, I hate him. Tomahawk giving up the 100 meters was pretty funny. That was some old mate, no mates, because you just like, you're acting up at that point.
He always has a sook, Tom.
That was
No,
great.
he doesn't have a sook. He's like, I didn't do it.
Yeah, but
That
he
was
just stood
amazing.
in front of him. Yeah.
It was great.
Giving up the 100 meter penalty was amazing. He's like, oh, go on, do something. It's like, you idiot, Tomahawk. Just old mate, no mates. But yeah, it's Toby Green, I think, how late that hit was, like, even though it's like contested, you're like, yeah, it's still high.
But the
and
fact that he turned his shoulder.
everybody there was like,
It's not a good look.
We might storm the field.
Yeah, fair enough. I'm surprised someone didn't. I'm surprised you didn't.
I'm
From the top level.
I'm
Top level just jumping down.
I'm annoyed he hasn't
saying to the
got.
squid, sit down.
I'm
Dad'll
annoyed
be
he hasn't
back.
got 2 weeks. I wanted him to cop 2.
Oh, so you doesn't.
So
have to play
this is the
Sydney.
Swans.
Oh no, that would be a massive out.
Yeah, I know.
Bloody hell.
He's got 1.
Stats boy.
I'm gonna go Joshua Sally. He's a bit of a cat at the moment, not going towards the ball.
Also,
Don't look at us. You stare down
I'm
the
looking
camera.
at, he's being scared. He's scared of going for the ball. There was no one within 30 meters of him twice where he just had to go up for a mark and he's probably like, oh, someone might touch me or bump me or something. And he dropped 2 easy marks, kicked a few out in the full. Just, I don't know what's going on with him. Last year he was taking some big clunks and he's just not himself at all.
He also
Looks scared out there.
Copped it online from Adelaide fans, which is pretty funny.
Well, yeah.
And,
he doesn't deserve that, obviously,
yeah.
but
All I know is Leo's clipping up him stats guy saying Josh Roselli's scared.
he is. I don't know why. I used to like him as a player. He can get back to that, but at the moment he's not playing like himself.
After his carry on last week and then this week, you're like, yes, the rise and fall of
Yeah,
Josh.
he's all mate no mates just because his teammates are going, come on, you're better than that. Our whole forward line's being
Also
stinky.
that he does butcher the ball going into the forward 50 every time.
Yeah.
Nice one. And you went with Tomahawk as well, Alex.
But I didn't go for giving away the 100. I just went because it was a monsoon and Hawkins had to play. It's not a night for a power forward.
Well, he used to be around though, but not anymore. He's getting older,
38-year-old Tom Hawkins should have taken the night off.
Yeah, fair.
Why I can't stand. Let's play Jim Bingo.
Oh, yes.
This is just...
Open the roof!
I don't have to
Do
do
your
this
job! Injuries.
Okay,
He's done.
I was going to say, we always have a roof talk.
The roof thing was particularly annoying this week because it was a beautiful Saturday afternoon.
It was
in
great
Melbourne.
today as well,
It's like,
yeah.
just open the roof. It's just
Was it hot?
annoying. It was actually quite cold inside.
Yeah.
Anyway, that was annoying. And obviously the umpires, it was chaos. And this is it. If you're going to games, and I don't know what Andrew Gillen-Dillon is doing. Like
Not
sitting there
giving
going,
North
clearly
draft
just sort of
picks.
sitting there like at games just going, oh no, I can't hear the will of the people. Because if you are at these games, every time they go to a goal review, everybody in the place is like, I'm out.
Yeah.
It breaks up the game. It breaks up the experience. It's a
You have to
horrible fan
celebrate
experience.
twice
The
or half
commentators
or-
are now taking the piss.
They are, yeah.
Anyway, it's
Which is
annoying.
rare. They don't usually have a goal.
And obviously injuries. Like, I mean, Zach Williams
no good.
escaped seemingly.
It's a knock.
What
It was
what
like
did
a
it end
knock.
up happening there, actually?
They said it was a knock on his
Okay.
And I
Achilles.
think Weeders also had a corky. But yeah, Carlton being down as Zach Williams and like there was a plethora, I think, of those sorts of injuries across the weekend. So
Taylor Adams copped a real nasty
Hated
corky
it.
on the inside of his leg.
all right, what can't you stand, Alex?
Ruckman, why are you standing so deep in throw-ins? It's round
Good
6,
call, good
boys.
call.
It's weird.
They keep falling short. Get in front. Don't stand 25 metres back. Stand 15 metres in front. You'll be there. You'll be like, oh, sick. It's going to come straight to me. Bang.
Yeah.
Straight down front and centre.
Easier for a little one out the back as
And
well.
then if the other ruckman behind you clutters into you, you're going to get a free
They're
kick.
starting like on a wing, like so many times
Yeah.
you're seeing them start
And they're
basically
running.
near the centre.
And they hit
square.
it.
You're
And
like,
it's
what is
near their
happening?
knees.
Do they think the boundary jumper's got a
Boys.
cannon that can just
Boys.
shoot it at 50 metres?
I know ruckman aren't the brightest tools in the shed.
Oof.
It's round
true.
6. You should have figured it out by now. The boundary throw-ins, are going to fall short.
Big man hit ball. Anyway, all right, Stats Boy, what can't you stand?
We've already talked about him, but Sam Draper reenacting he's diving on the ball. What an absolute spoon.
I love this.
I don't know.
It's funny because
Love
he
it.
plays for Essendon.
Trolls.
Do you not think it's going to find a way, the footy gods will find a way to bite
Well,
Essendon
I
in the
hope
ass?
so. I hope so.
There
but-
is like 100% of a chance that Essendon will miss out on the finals because of like a call that goes against them
Yeah.
in like round 24.
I think the funny thing
and
is
it's like
yeah.
somebody will then like
Yeah.
reenact the Sam Draper and like reenact the call that's just gone against
Sam
them.
Draper should get like a push in the back free kick, like getting tackled in
Yeah.
the back, and he ends up sprawled on the ground going,
That would be great. I think it's just a lot of talk from a guy that could get dropped in the next couple of weeks. He had 6 disposals, kicked
See-
one out on the full. Goldie's been pretty good for them, and they don't need Sam Draper, I
Yeah.
don't think. So,
He's all right. Tony Beard.
so
so
it's
he's
the
a
old,
lot of chatter for not doing much.
if
is
you're
what I'm
Tom
saying.
Papley, kick 4 and have 20, you
Exactly.
can talk all you
can,
want.
People talk about Usain Bolt. He always talks a lot of crap. He was the fastest man in the world. Draper is doing nothing.
That's
He
a
needs to
good-
stop
pretty
talking
good
crap.
one.
Run faster, Sam Draper.
Yeah, he should. Yeah, why not?
Supercoach wash from this week. Obviously, Harley Reid, Chris Judd,
Huge.
mixed with
North
Paddy
Melbourne.
Cripps, mixed with Michael Jordan,
Michael Jordan. Whoa,
mixed with Wayne Gary. 147. Very
He's
good.
Tom Brady.
he's a better bloke than Wayne Kennedy.
Dacos ripped off. Ripped off. Not Josh. Josh wasn't bad. 133.
Yeah.
Very, very good.
was back,
I
yeah.
loopholed with Nick.
That's good. I
Pretty
didn't trust,
smart.
I didn't trust him.
I didn't trust the Pies midfield against Port.
Well, I thought they were going to run him off halfback. That's why.
Yeah, he played a bit of both, but mainly.
Yeah.
Brody Grundy, big one for Supercoach as well. The 161, I think, did he end up on?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he got
okay.
scaled up to 161.
Yeah, his break even was like 80.
I love Matty Roberts, one of those rookie prices as well, who's absolutely still crushing it.
And he'll get the defensive DPP this week.
Yes,
Love
which is
that.
very
Because
handy.
he was off halfback all day for the Swans.
So there's a lot of
taking
guys
clunks.
like Nick Martin will get DPP. I can't think of
Good,
the
I can
ones
put
off the top
Matty
of my
Roberts
head.
in my back line.
Yeah, that'd
And
be
of
me.
course, hopefully you got Closey in and Combin end up with 55. So they were the two most traded in this week. So not bad.
Not bad, yeah.
But a tough one.
And Graham was good as well. He got like 80, I think.
Yeah, 72. Yeah,
72.
no, Closey got 72. Graham only got 50 or 60. Yeah, yeah,
Tough one.
Not bad.
Tom Stewart concussed, which is a bit of a rough one.
Yeah, I got him in my team. I only ended up with 60. It was a weird one. He copped it face first. So I thought it might be a broken nose or something. I think it's concussion. Yeah, so that was the last thing I heard.
And
so.
as we talked about on Thursday's show, Riley Sanders was about to get bevoed, and boy, did he get bevoed.
I know he got that's the sub. Was that because he had a bit of a tantrum, which was nothing wrong? Which
No, that's just Bevo just
I don't
going, listen here,
Hey,
kid.
they won, so
It's a big Supercoach week ahead, though. So listen to the
is.
Supercoach podcast. Round 7.
Oh, yeah,
We
we
actually
got-
have to look at Wednesday's game because
I
we'll be
forgot
doing a
about this.
Wednesday day show
Yes.
that afternoon. There is a Wednesday night game this week because
this
it
round
is
goes for so long.
That's
I love
great.
it.
More footy.
Footy.
Yes.
all the footy.
Every team's playing as well.
What do? Footy machine. The donuts.
Yeah.
Feed me the footy. Give me the footy.
Footy pie.
All the footy. Footy, pie, footy, pie.
Footy.
And there's no overlap.
Oh, that's
Right.
lovely. Yeah, nice.
Two teams that both had the bye last week. It is Richmond versus Melbourne. Richmond are 1-5. You might remember that. Melbourne are 4-2. Feeling pretty good about themselves. They're 27-point favourites in this one. There's no over-under yet for this one, obviously, because it's Sunday night.
I reckon it'll be 162.
Yeah, it'd probably be on the slightly lower side, considering the Richmond aren't good. The Demons needed the break, clearly.
Yeah.
After that, pretty rough handling by the Lions. down
Lions,
here.
yes.
And the Tigers obviously lost to the Eagles the week before. So, look, the Demons have won the last 4 against the Tigers. 32-18 in the last year. The 32 was pretty impressive. The 18 was also pretty good. The Demons should win this.
They should. I wouldn't be
Wednesday
surprised if
night
this is
game.
pretty close.
Weird one.
Anzac Day Eve. You've got the
It's a
big.
big game, big thing before the game.
I think it's the best 15 minutes before a game all year.
It is pretty cool. Yeah, I might actually have to go.
Interesting.
Now.
I don't know. I feel like
Anzac Day is pretty sick, but I think it's because it's at night.
All the lights
Sure.
go out. You got
The horse.
the horse.
There's a horse there. I'm just like, this is great.
Yeah,
I like the Richmond Essendon
Dreamtime.
Dreamtime's really cool. As
Haven't
well,
been to a Dreamtime, so I can't comment.
Dreamtime
yet.
is
Very,
really
very,
cool.
very, very fun experience.
Great kit matchups always in Dreamtime. Yeah.
I'll probably be picking Melbourne.
I'll be with
Probably
Melbourne.
say by about 20 odd though, not the 27. It's a bit rich.
I reckon Richmond cover because what we've seen this year is Richmond are very good at the MCG.
Yeah.
Everywhere else, they're horrendous.
They're
It is
1 and
hilarious that
5.
they're 1-5 and they beat Sydney.
They're 1 and 5. They beat Sydney, and they've been really competitive in most of their games. They're not like
And at the MCG.
Yeah, they're not
They
like-
should have beaten Carlton
Yeah.
at the MCG.
Exactly.
What is it? What's that Pixar movie, Inside Out?
Yeah.
The one about the emotions?
No idea.
So there's a new one coming out, and Inside Out. So it made me think, every time I bring up Richmond beating Sydney, all of Alex's emotions are literally just the angry little red dude.
Yeah.
And you're like, that is No, that's just him always. He's like,
This was also like
He's the voice actor for that guy.
this was also like one of our bosses, Charlie, texted me today talking about how the Swans at the bigger ground of the MCG struggle, and I just nearly launched
Yeah, we did talk about that on the
I
Thursday
think he's
show.
trolling you.
Yeah.
I think he was trolling you about
We're all
the
for
size
that.
of
Thanks,
the game.
Charles.
We're all for that.
Not bad. I'm going to tip Melbourne, stats boy.
I'll go Melbourne. I think you guys are right. I think Richmond can cover. Their 1-5 isn't as bad as Hawthorn's 1-5. I think Richmond are actually going okay. Really good at the G as well. I reckon it'll be about 18 points. Melbourne win by.
Yeah.
Tricky one.
Melbourne win. They should win, but Richmond cover. Like this will just show us that Richmond aren't great, but it's like Melbourne will be 5-2, and you still like, I don't know.
Nah,
We'll be doing,
they're
our,
good,
Wednesday,
I think,
we'll be
yeah.
doing our Wednesday show this Wednesday Arvo, and I might be changing my tune to the point where, like, I feel like it's only going to go one way. It's like, oh, actually, I think Melbourne might
Could smash
them.
That's true, yeah. Yep.
Just as a bit of a
Galaxy brain.
freeing of the vibes is how they're going to go. It's like, just put the hurt on somebody.
Yep.
All right, but there you go. What a week of football it was. That was great. But the best part is what's happening this week. Wednesday footy, Thursday footy,
Live stream.
Thursday night
Twice.
footy.
Friday footy, Saturday footy, Sunday footy. It's a lot of footy. Do we have Monday footy? We should have Monday footy.
Oh, wait.
Give me Monday footy.
Let's just play. Let's get a game on.
We'll have playoffs.
Yeah.
But we'll also be doing a live stream as well on
Yes.
Anzac Day, which will be
You dudes
I don't
have
know,
fun.
pretty fun. I can't wait for
I'll
that. so,
FaceTime in from the G with the vibes.
Yeah.
we'll just send you back some not very nice photos. Either way, but that'll do us for today, for AFL Today Show. Thank you to Alex and Statsboy for Statsboy actually making it here.
Yeah.
It's pretty impressive. So
Yeah, just because I was devastated after
You've
Oslo.
actually had a bad day with Chelsea being robbed in the FA Cup
Oh,
too.
Celtic won on penalties. My team won in footy. I'm still okay.
So you're 2-2.
2-2 on the weekend in terms of sporting teams. Max did win the F1, which I was annoyed about. That's another
nice.
story.
But thank you to both of you for
Thank you.
jumping on.
Cheers.
Because these Sunday night shows, I tell you what, it's very fresh and it's way better to do it on Sundays because I'm like, Mondays,
We probably forget about
I'm like,
everything.
what happened?
That's true.
What happened Thursday? I don't remember what happened like 4 minutes ago.
That's
Can we
good
wrap
point.
up? My laptop's about to die.
Nice one. All right. Remember to smash a like for the AFL Today Show across all of the socials. You can see us doing millions and millions of different things. That's what we do here. On Facey, it is the Sports Today Show, though. IG, X, Threads, TikTok, YouTube, all the good stuff. And subscribe, star, and like all of our other shows, of course, across all of your podcast apps. What is it? The Cricket Today Podcast, Football Today Podcast, NBA Australia, NFL Australia, hold all tickets. Just get all around them, like Steve Alessio around a big snag.
That's my coach.
Half wing.
Or not
half
my our
forward.
senior coach at St. Bernard's, actually.
Not bloody bad.
Fact for you.
On your Steve
Always wears the
Alessio.
socks up, which you would like at training.
Either way, that's it. We'll catch you later this week on Wednesday, and then we'll catch you live on Thursday for more AFL Today. Until then, look after yourselves, and remember, footy's back! If you like this show, make sure you check out all the other shows on the Sports Today Network, from the AFL Today Show to the Cricket Today Podcast, the Football Today Podcast, as well as NBA Australia and NFL Australia. With Sports Today, your sporting needs have never been easier to cover.